Ah, good morning, good morning. Surprise, surprise with the snow. It's Iowa. We haven't had very much of it this year, so it's kind of pretty a little bit, but we did early, but not, yeah, yeah. Well, we are up to our heart chakra, which is like the fulcrum. So it's right in the middle. So there's three below, which we've already covered. I'm going to mute you guys. I just realized I didn't do that. And three above. And so it's kind of like um, the three lower ones are the more physical, earthy connection to, you know, being here in this on this planet in our bodies. And the upper three are more spiritual. So the heart chakra is the fulcrum. So it's kind of cool. And it's associated with the color green and the element of air, which if you think about air, it has qualities of both physical and spiritual. It's, kind of hard to see. So, but you can feel it and you need it to live. So, and it's also your connection to other human beings and your sense of caring and compassion, your ability to love, cherish not only others, but yourself. So I like that. So please close your eyes and feel the element air moving in and out. I like to think of your lungs as wings for your heart. So every time you go inward and notice your breath, you just feel your heart wings flapping. And the heart is a very remarkable organ because it actually has neurons, just like your brain has neurons, your heart has neurons. And so when people say think with your heart, it's a real thing. You can think with your heart and feel with your heart. And your heart actually sends more signals to your brain than your brain sends signals to your heart. Please bring hands to heart center. May we all feel open and alive in our heart chakra. So we feel connected, not only to others, but to something greater. We notice the grace and the beauty that's always around us. And please lower your hands, open your eyes, and I forgot what I was going to do. I know now. I'm going to have us do a little heart opener. So grab your blanket, and so it looks like a rectangle, and then roll it from the folded side. It's a little easier to roll and get it smooth. And then you're just going to lay on it so that your heart opens, and you can fold the top part under to support your head if you'd like. But you just sit right in front of it and then lay back on it And just feel kind of a big stretch here. And if it feels better to keep your knees bent, that's fine too. I just want you to feel kind of a stretch across your shoulders and your heart. And then just notice as you breathe, kind of a little bit deeper stretch. You guys all feel good? Yeah, it feels really nice, doesn't it? Okay. Good. I'll just leave you here for a little bit just to get that stretch going. It's a restorative pose. Leave you here for about another minute. And when you're trying to get your heart open, you have to stretch not only the front, but also the back of the back of your shoulders, is to try to open the front, and the back allows you to open your heart more and more. So very carefully roll off your blanket and come back up to seated. And bend your knees and just come up on your heels so your feet are flexed. Bring your right hand off to the side. Reach across with your left hand and grab your ankle or the little toe side of your foot, if that's possible. And then I just want you to draw your sternum back, tuck your chin a little bit, and then step on the gas and stretch the back side of your shoulder. And I feel it clear down the whole side of my back. Keep a long side body there. Oh, that feels good. And then come on up and switch. Long side body. Stretch the whole back side of the shoulder. And relax and come on up to standing. Stand with feet hip distance. Or if you need to. Sorry if that was loud in your ears, guys. Sorry. And just stretch your arms up. Bring your right hand to the middle of your neck or between your shoulder blades and grab the elbow with your left hand. And then just think, I'm going to arc to the left a little bit. And then very gently turn your heart up towards the ceiling. Keeping nice and long in the core. And come on back up. And switch now. Left hand to the middle. Right hand to the elbow. Arc to your right. Turn the heart slightly up towards the ceiling. Big stretch of that tricep. Good, and then come back up to center. Stretch your arms up. And bring hands to heart center. Okay, now this is where we're going to do a little partnering. Do you mind being on camera? Come on up. I mean, look at me. So you guys can partner up. You're about the same height. That's why I'm thinking. And you guys at home, you're just going to find your door frame, and then you're going to grab wrist to wrist like this. Feet are hip distance. And you're just going to keep your arms straight and sit back like you're in a chair pose and pull on your friend. Doesn't that feel good? Yeah. Yeah. And don't let go. The harder you pull, the better it feels. And then slowly come on up. You guys get a good. Okay, now just grab. Yeah. We pulled so hard we almost yeah, brought my so you can do this at home with just one hand now. Pull, so right hand to right hand, sit back, and then think, I'm just gonna twist and reach my left hand back. Oh, good. Come back to center. Switch. See if you can switch without coming up and twist the other way. Oh, awesome. And then come on back up. Okay, now turn around, please. Now we're just going to do what I call Titanic. So Connie's going to just keep nice long side body, and she's going to reach back, and I'm just going to grab her wrist, and you can do kind of palms for each other. And I'm not going to pull too hard. I'm just going to let her lean forward like she's on the front of the Titanic. And you let me know if I'm doing it too much. Does that feel good? So heart forward, try and keep a long back of neck. Yeah. Oh, big stretch. Good. And then come on up. So you don't want to stretch them too hard and then switch. See if I haven't done this for a while. Yeah, you just hold basically and let me do the work. Oh, yeah. It feels awesome. Perfect. Yeah, you're on the front of the Titanic. Feel the wind in your face. You guys are just grabbing the door frame from the other side. Good. And come on back. Thank you. Tell your friend thanks because you can't really do that as well by yourself. Sorry, guys at home. And come to the front of your mat with your blocks, if you would. And then I'm just going to have you stand up and then just bend your knees a little bit. Bring your hands to your knees and think I'm going to round like a cat and pull up and then slide your palms back into the hip creases and come into a cow. And sometimes you can use a little leverage there and it feels really good. And then just kind of alternate between those, really rounding. And then coming to cow. And one more time. Can't. Good. And then standing up again. I'm just going to have you bring your arms up and bring the elbows, bend the elbows down, and think I'm just going to open and close. So keep everything lower body connected. And then you're just going to open your heart, open your arms, maybe look up. And then as you exhale, tuck your chin around your upper back, bring the forearms together. So you feel your shoulder blades come apart. And then inhale back to that open. And exhale, close. One more time. Good. Stretch your arms up again and bring them down by your side. Okay. Now we're going to do a little bit of quad stretch work because you have to have quads open too for this practice. So standing on your right foot, just bring your left foot up. Find the foot. If you need to go by the wall, you can do that too. And think knee beside knee. And then engage the core. And just get a little stretch going. And then release and switch. Knee beside knee. Strong core. Good. And release. Now step up between your blocks. Sometimes we dance. It's okay. And inhale, stretch up. Exhale, bend your elbows, lift your heart. Inhale, stretch up. And exhale, fold forward. Just take a moment there. Your first forward fold to see how it feels. And then please step your right foot back to a deep lunge. Just experience that. Maybe lift and lower the heel a few times and stretching out the Achilles. And then lower your back knee, hug to the midline, and make your way up to an Anjaneyasana. And then just to add a little bit more heart opening. So you want to stay really solid and strong in the lower body. Bend your elbows and think, I'm just going to lift my heart towards the ceiling a little bit. And then maybe re-straighten my arms. And please touch down. Good. Lift the back knee again. And bring your left hand to your hip. And I'm going to have you twist to your left, but keeping the hips square. And then because I'm trying to get you heart a little more open, I want you to just notice that left shoulder. Is it on the back? Maybe you're keeping your elbow bent. You extend that left hand towards the ceiling a little bit and think, okay, I'm just going to turn my heart upwards a little bit more. Maybe extend the arm if it feels good. Big stretch. And then touch down. Nice, you guys. Step forward, forward fold. Now we feel all out of balance, so let's even it out. Step your left foot back to deep lunge. Lift and lower. Lower the back knee. Hug knee to heel. Come upright. Stretch your arms up. Bend the elbows. Lift your heart. See if you can maintain that. Feel a nice, even curve throughout your back and maybe stretch your arms up a little more. Maybe bend a little deeper into your front knee. And touch down. Beautiful, you guys. Lift the back knee. And we'll do that little twist thing again. So right hand to the hip. Keep the hips square. Twist. Maybe with the elbow bent, bring the arm up, maybe extend it if it feels like getting a really good, nice, even stretch on that shoulder. Don't overdo it. And please touch down. And step forward, forward fold. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. Take a moment. Please step your right foot back to deep lunge again. Lift the heel high, straighten the front leg. If it doesn't straighten all the way, it's okay. You can use the higher height, but you guys are all good. Now see if you can extend your spine a little bit and maybe reach behind you and clasp your hands into that fold. It's okay if too much of a balance issue. The other idea is you can ground that foot down. Good, and then release, touch down, step forward. Left foot steps back, deep lunge. Lift the hips up and back to straighten the right leg. Maybe clasp the hands, don't have to. You can step that left foot forward, ground it down, make it more stable, which is what I'm gonna have to do on this side. And touch down and step back to a downward facing dog. And just walk your dogs out. And then go ahead and lower your knees for a moment. And I'm going to have you set your blocks off to the side momentarily. And then come to downward facing dog again. Feel the weight spread on all parts of your hands. And then come forward to a plank pose. And lower your knees if you need to, or just lower down through in that plank position all the way to the mat. And bring your hands forward and wide. And you can stay on fingertips or ground your hands down, whatever works best for you. So we're going to do funky cobra. So just notice. I want you to think I'm lengthening my spine and then lifting so that my heart opens. My shoulders are on the back. And then just kind of in funky cobra, just kind of slither around. Hopefully it's starting to feel a little easier in the shoulders and in the heart area. And then come on down, bring your hands by your chest now. And lift up to cobra. Think I'm connected in the core, I'm lengthening, just keeping the shoulders on the back. And lower down. Do that one more time. I even try to isometrically pull my hands back sometimes. and lower down. Good. And then push all the way back to a child's pose. And notice where your heart is located now in this position. Just feel it shining brightly between your knees, maybe towards the floor. And then make your way back to all fours. And again, just some cow and cat, but in this position. And then pause, grab your blocks again. Might need them for this next thing, and come to downward facing dog. Extend your right leg and step it through to deep lunge. And if that doesn't work, just step forward and step the left foot back. It's okay. Lower the back knee again and come upright, actually, hands on your thigh. We're just going to try this and see how it works. So keeping your right hand on the thigh, left hand to the block, bend your left knee and see if maybe if you reach back there, you can grab it with your right hand. Yeah, got an idea. Sometimes that is the case. It's okay. And I don't want you to get a cramp, but yeah, there we go. Try to make sure your knee is closing, you're not cranking it around, and then think to yourself, okay, I'm just gonna open so my right shoulder's on the back. Maybe the heart lifts towards the side or towards the ceiling a little bit. Ooh, good job. And then unwind, lift the back knee, step back, downward facing dog. And we'll do that on the other side. So extend the left leg, step it through, deep lunge, lower the back knee. Left hand to the thigh, bend the right knee, and then see. Maybe you can find the foot. One side's always different. Go from the outside. There you go. It's like, that work? Yeah. And then the last thing is just keeping the left shoulder on the back. Just open up. Try and get your side body a little bit longer, Laura. There you go. That's it. Yes. Oh, big. Hug your right knee forward a little bit. It deepens the stretch, but good. And then release. Lift the back knee and step forward, please. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, bend the elbows, lift the heart. Inhale, stretch up. And exhale, forward fold. Step your right foot back to a deep lunge. And you decide, you can ground that foot down or keep the heel up, come up to crescent warrior. The hips stay square. Stretch the arms up. And then see, maybe you can stay stable, bend the elbows, lift your heart a little more. And if you feel stable, you can re-straighten the arms if your shoulders feel good. One more breath. And touch down. Good. Step back. Downward facing dog. Then the right leg and step it through. Deep lunge. Finding your stability, either grounding that back foot down or really juicing up that back leg helps. Stretch the arms up. And then see, maybe bend the elbows, maybe make a nice curve in the back. Stretch the arms. And touch down. Nice job, you guys. And step forward, forward fold. Set your blocks off to the front and step back to a downward facing dog. Take a breath. Inhale, come to plank. Exhale, lower. You can lower the knees first. Works better. And then stretch your feet long, stretch your arms long. I like to start with my forehead down because that reminds me to keep a long back of neck as I lift my head, my shoulders, and my arms. Maybe you can interlace the hands. I don't know. We've done a lot of shoulder work. Maybe lift the legs and the feet. Shalabhasana, full Shalabhasana. And release down. Hands by your chest. Push up to all fours. And then rolling your toes under. Sit back on your heels for a moment. Just notice with all the quad work how it's a little bit easier. And then come forward to all fours. I'm going to have you grab your blocks and then walk back again and just bring them on the highest height by the outside of your feet. And then come up to standing on your knees, that is. Not all the way up to standing. I realized when I said that, that didn't sound right. Okay, now the key here is you don't want to scoop your tailbone too much and send these hip creases forward. You just want to keep them steady. So it's like a steadiness on the thighs moving forward. And then just bring your hands to your, I call it your outside of your buttocks. And think long side body. Head of the arm goes back. Keep the lower ribs knit and then just start to lean back a little bit. Lifting your heart. Keep looking straight ahead for now. And then see maybe one hand reach for the block. Maybe the other hand reach for the block. Keep long, long spine. And then if you can keep your hyoid bone, which is right there, back, you could slowly let your head go back. This is called camel pose or ustrasana. Feels really freeing, open heart. And then bring your head up, lead with your heart, bring one hand up and the other. And go ahead and take a child's pose. And then let's go for it one more time. So come on up. If it was really easy for you to find the blocks, feel free to bring them to a medium height, or you can even go for your heels. You decide. I'm gonna Just stay with the medium height for now. So start thinking long spine. Just start lifting your heart. Head of the arm stays back. Lean back, hips stay forward. Maybe find the blocks. The longer your spine, the more you can arc it. Get all that room between your vertebrae. And then slowly come up, leading with your heart. Gorgeous, you guys. Feel good? And come down to all fours. You can bring your blocks forward. And I'm gonna turn this way. And I'm just gonna have you extend the right foot to the right. And then come up again on your knee. Right hand comes down. Left arm comes up. Keeping this hip right above the knee. Just arc a little bit to your right side. Yeah. Good. And then this is the heart opening part. Just bring this hand down. You can use a block here too. That works. Turn the right toes up. And then just in this variation, I want you to just do a heart opener. So lifting your heart. Good. And then come on back in. We'll switch. So bringing the right knee in. Extend the left leg. The heel and the knee, or the foot and the knee, are in the same plane. You want the knee and the toes pointing in the same direction. And then when you come up, just notice I have the hip right above the knee. Left hand comes down, right arm comes up and over. Notice how side bends are easier once you've done all that heart opening. Good. And then bringing the hand up and over, turning the toes up. Extend left arm, just big heart opener here. Shining forth. Good. And then come on out. Come back to all fours, but this time I'm going to have you set your blocks off to the side. And just move forward and back a few times. And then come on down to your bellies again. You might want to have your belt handy. I don't know if you'll need it or not, but we'll see. So hands are by your chest. This time I'm going to have you bend your knees. Press your knees down so your bottom blossoms up. And then think, I'm going to just lengthen my spine from there. So I'm not pressing the thighs forward so much as I am just lengthening my spine. And then lift your head and shoulders. Maybe press into your hands. So it's a cobra, but with the knees bent. Feel that. And then lower back down. And then I'm going to give you this next option. You can do that same thing again, or you can bend the knees. I still like to blossom my butt so that I don't over scoop my tailbone, because when you scoop your tailbone, you can really put a lot of pressure on your low back. And then you can roll side to side, see if you can find your feet or your ankles if you're really open, and then think long side body. You can do the cobra variation too. So if you have your ankles or feet, think I'm going to lift my head and shoulders, and then possibly kick the feet back, lift the knees. This is called dhanurasana or bow pose. And I think you really just stretch every muscle in your body with this and relax down. Bring your hands under your forehead. And if you want to push back to a child's pose, you can. So I'm going to have you do it one more time. I'm going to, did you get your feet? Okay. And your pant leg. Perfect. Okay. Oh, I'm going to do something for you that might help. Okay, so come on forward. I'm going to have you do it one more time. So you're on your bellies, bend your knees. I'm going to bring this, and then you can grab. Yeah, and try, yeah, and then lift your head and shoulders. Yeah, kick your feet back. Kick them back towards the back wall. That's it. Yeah, arms long. And release. Good job, you guys. I know. It's a big pose. I knew I could get you there. And go ahead and sit back to a child's pose. It's always good to bend the other way. Once you've bent one way, bend the other way. I think this time I'm going to just press my tailbone back towards my heels. And then go ahead and transition to your backs. And have one block handy in case you want that option. Just going to bring your feet under your knees. Hands by your hips. You never thought of this as a back bending pose before, but in this variation, we're going to do a back bend here. So press your arms down, try and get your shoulder blades underneath you a little bit more. It's like you're just making a nice shelf for your heart to sit on. And then you're going to lift your hips. So press into your feet evenly, lift your hips, and then think, if I want to, I can maybe even lift my heart more. I'd have to lengthen the back of your neck. And then just start to lower your heart first, your upper back, your middle back, and your low back. You're all the way to the floor. And I'm going to have you do that one more time. And I give you the option of bringing the block underneath your tailbone for a restorative, or I'm going to have you extend one leg and the other. So I'll talk you through the extending the leg. If you want to do the restorative, fine by me. You do it. I'm all for doing what feels good. So lift your hips slowly. Lift your heart. See if you can interlace your hands with your arms full length beneath you there. And then pretend like you have a glass of water on your belly. You don't want to spill that. So you're going to just lift your right knee and get it as close to your chest as you can. And then extend that leg up towards the ceiling. Don't spill your water. Keeping your hips level. Bend the knee. Bring the right foot down. And then switch. Extend the left knee up. Extend the foot. Bend the knee. Bring the foot down. And lower to the mat. Hug your knees in. And just roll side to side a few times. You want to, you can roll into a little ball, press your low back down. Sometimes that feels good after doing back bends. And then bring your feet down, bring them nice and wide, arms to cactus, and do some windshield wipers. Bring your feet nice and wide on the mat. Yeah, and then you can, yeah, then just bring both. Oh, yeah, doesn't that feel better? Yeah, turn these off. And same with you, Laura. Bring both knees to one side. This is better for you. Feels good on your back, yeah. And then both knees to the other side, yeah. And then when both knees are up, just bring the knees towards your armpits. Reach up with your hands. Find the ankles or the little toe side of your foot. And then just use the hands as stoppers. So you press the feet there, lengthen your spine, and your happy baby pose. Yeah. You can roll around a little bit. You're a happy baby if you want. Maybe straighten the legs and bend them in again. It's your choice. Maybe Peter Pan it, one leg straight, one foot towards the up, towards that straight leg's thigh. And then bringing both legs straight up, hands by your hips, just for balance. You feel a little curve in your low back. That's legs up the wall, but without effort. And just make circles with your ankles or flex and point. And then bending your knees, bring your feet nice and close and bring the soles of the feet together. Let your knees open. You can bring hands and inner thighs if you want. And then when you're good and ready, close your knees and stretch out for Shavasana. I would recommend covering up your blankets already kind of unfolded if you want to. Feel free to cover up. Noticing the air moving in, swirling around in your heart area, and moving back out. And you let your heart shine out like that. It just opens you up for receiving from every direction and giving. Giving and receiving love. Relax deeply. Feel the serenity. Aim to notice your breath again. Filling your heart space completely with air and letting it all go. When you're ready, please start to move small ways. Hugging your knees in. Come on up to seated when you're ready. It's off when you're just resting, isn't it? Just wanted to close today with a reading from Marianne Williamson. Through the authority of loving thought, I am given the power to turn any situation that is not love back into love by thinking about it differently. Today, I choose to be miracle-minded. Where I feel fear, I will choose love. Where I see guilt, I will choose to forgive. Where I feel fear lack, I will choose to remember that in God all things are possible. Miracles will intercede for my holiness whenever I choose love, bringing inner light into a darkened world. Today I choose the power of something greater over the weakness of my ego to guide me and to set me free. Power of the heart. Just keeping your eyes open. Bring your hands together in front of your heart, but just keep the pinky side of your hand and the thumb side open as you just kind of open your fingers like a lotus mudra. That's the symbol for the heart. And then bringing the palms back together. So fortunate to be around all you open-hearted, gorgeous beings. Namaste. Feel okay?
It's hard.
Back bends are hard. We didn't do the full back bend, but thanks, you guys.